Skeedaladdle-leedaladdle-leedaladdle. It's a wild dog. Holy vampire. I'm outside. Still at my Grammy's house, but got dog hair. Got dog hair all over my phone. Look how I'm dressed right now. See my pants. They're not quite pajama pants. But they're actually a different type of fabric. But I've been wearing them to work, and I've been wearing them every day. And I've been wearing them every day to where they are now they are part of my attire. That's part of my uniform. Because I don't know. It is complicated. The situation. Many situations. But I find that in any situation, if I'm wearing my comfortable pants and I'm feeling pretty comfortable, then I can walk away from a situation knowing that, yeah, it could be a very trying situation. It could be my patience, my feelings, my ability to speak, my temperature, my breath, my muscles, my stamina, my spirituality, vampire energy, alpha energy. They could all be gone. But if I'm comfortable, and that's a consistent thing. That is a constant. That is a stable, expected. It's like when you walk into a restaurant and you're wearing a tie, and you could have spilt your drink all over your lap. You could be pushed around accidentally, of course. You could have went to the bathroom, had an accident. But your tie, there's small chance that your tie is going to take damage. It's a constant. It's something that is probably not going to change. That's how I feel about my pants and what my pants represent, or should I say my clothing, what my clothing represent. I'm comfortable. I'm gonna walk into a situation, and I know my brain knows I'm comfortable, and I'm gonna walk out the same way as I walked in. I, I know very few things, to be sure. There are very few things in life that I know are not subject to change. And here's the thing about me: I've got some superpowers. I got some supernatural things. One of which is the ability to contain, compartmentalize, and bottle my feelings, my emotions. So I may walk into a place, not with a tie, but with my pants on, and I may be bent out of shape. I may see a girl that I really like, and I see that lady shining like a diamond in the sky upon a moonlit water of the ocean, with a band of angels singing in harmony as she turns around that corner, fully dressed. She doesn't look like a princess. She looks like a princess the other princesses are mad at, because she's got all the spotlight. And I can see that person. And I'm wearing my pants, right? I'm comfortable. I see that person, and I could feel the feelings of wonder, of awe. And then, after about 3 seconds of my jaw hanging down, there's her boyfriend. And I think to myself at that moment, man, am I grateful to be able to contain myself. And I look down, naturally, instinctively, like a turtle who senses danger, withdrawing into his turtle shell. I withdraw myself into my feelings. I look down, and what do I see? I see my pants. And I laugh. So at least I'm comfortable. Look at my not quite so pajama pants that I got going on. They're doing all right. I could spill coffee on my pants. They're gray. Look at them. They're kind of a darkish gray. I could be rolling around in some mud. I could pee my pants. They could smell. And yet, in that moment of me looking down like a turtle, seeing the princess of high fantasy and her jackwagon boyfriend doing somersaults, cartwheels, and smiling that devilish smile at me that I am oh so familiar with, I know that I am comfortable. Watching football. My grandparents were having dinner. My aunt is making a Christmas dinner of some sort here at the house. My father declared yesterday that he was going to arrive around the afternoon to deliver some presents if we forgot any. Well, he didn't show up. That's alright. You know why it's alright? Because I know that he's the one with the problem. And I don't blame him. In fact, I do not blame nor do I pity that man. Perhaps a younger mindset would have pitied him. A few weeks ago, I would have pitied that man for his responsibility and his grit of having to look after others. But in my newer mindset that I spoke about a few days ago, I talked about not the desire to correct, but the desire to understand. And I kind of had a serendipitous moment last night when I was hearing him talk and hearing his responses to some of the people in the room, Christmas family dinner thing, a whole event. I mean, I don't want to get too distracted here, but the party had about eight different events. It was political. There should have been a friggin', if it was any more event worthy, there would have been a dance. It was one event short. one degree of measurement of partiness short of a fancy dance situation. But anyways, back to what I was saying about my dad. I had a serendipitous moment where he was reacting to what somebody said a few times. Not bad, not like reacting like he's gonna punch a wall, but he was just, calm as you'd expect a host of his mansion, not quite a mansion, but a nice property. But he reacted as a host would expect. You would expect. And his the sounds that came out of that man, the throaty sounds, the humphy humph type of audible noise coming from that man was so much like my own. In fact, it was like I was listening to myself at a few times, because I listen to these videos. I know what I sound like. And it kind of hit me a certain way. It hit me in a way that I know my own, should I say, mortality. My own, I don't want to say human self, but that's too broad. But my mortality as a man, and all the susceptibilities, the unexpected turns, the situational reactions that come with it, that come from me. And it hit home when I saw my father make the same sounds that I would, that I don't hear in other men. It was like we're from the same bloodline or something. It was like he's my dad. It was like he was myself. It was like I was him. It was weird. A lot of different little situations, interactions with him. It was weird, but weird in a good way. Weird in a hey, I don't like you kind of way. Hey, you. I have every reason to kick your ass and want to. I got more reason than any other man on this earth, because I'm your father. And I've put so much damn work in. You could see it in his eyes. Have you ever seen a father hate you? A father's hate. It's a special kind of hate, special kind of look. It says, I have put so much damn work into you. I have every right to feel these feelings I'm feeling. You have no idea the years, the sweat, the bullshit, the gripe, the grime, the gruesome scenes that I have had to bear in silence for you to be born the way you are and to stand before me right now as a jackass that you are, and I would want no less. A father's hate, a father's love. Standing and reacting to his son, his competition. Why am I your competition, Dad? I ain't doing shit. He said, like hell you are. Like hell you are not my competition. I can see in his eyes, he says, I know myself. I'd shoot you dead as soon as I see you. That's just me, though, as a father. But I love you. So we had a good night. go back watching my football, or should I say my ball foot game. Alright, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.